happy to also present the kind of healing that I've been doing for the last 11 years. And I call that EmunaHealing. And EmunaHealing was created by my teacher, Hannah, who was the Yemenite woman. And it was created as a response to all the need for spiritual healing from a Jewish perspective, because there's a lot of spiritual healing out there in the world, and a lot of women that are coming from the Torah world. We're interested in this. This is part of the Geula process. Actually, in the upcoming week's Parashat Nitzavim, Hashem promised that he will circumcise our heart. So that is really like the center of what EmunaHealing is about. It's about opening the heart, getting rid. What is to circumcise? It's obviously not open heart surgery. It's to take off the foreskin, to take off the blockage. And this is what we talk about in EmunaHealing. There are, unfortunately, spiritual, emotional, and physical blockages that blocks us from really having our heart open, and also our intuition open, to really receive from Hashem and to feel the relationship with Hashem. And we're all yearning for this in a time, in the wake of the Geula. This is a precursor, I believe, to the yearning for prophecy. Is the yearning for like experiencing this deeper connection with Hashem and like hearing his messages, his personal messages of healing, feeling them in our lives. So all this all this spiritual healing out in the world has power, but we don't know where these people are drawing the power from. Everything obviously is Hashem, but Hashem gives us in Kedusha, and Hashem had to create, like it says in Kohelet, Ze leumat ze bara Elokim. This corresponding to that did Hashem create. There's also what we call in Kabbalah Sitra Acha, the other side, the flip side, that also has power and energy to maintain for us the equal balance in the world between good and evil, so that we can maintain a free choice in the world. So many of the spiritual healings, and I'm not going to say names of what they're all called. I have articles on my blog about different kinds of spiritual healing that is not from the Torah world. It's problematic. One, it could be connecting to other deities, and they could have a certain power because Hashem gives them to give us free choice. Otherwise, why would anyone ever worship idol worship if it was just like a little, children's doll? There's something to it that people feel, and that can be. It's very difficult to know. We don't want to tap into that. It's forbidden for us as Jews. We want to tap into Kedusha, to the energy that comes from Hashem. So, and this is how this system was developed, by cleaning out and filtering from spiritual healing in the world and connecting it with Jewish sources. The whole concept of opening the channels is twofold. Number one is we're turning to Hashem. We're making sure that the energy that we're going to receive is coming directly from Hashem, because that's the prayer that we recite in the opening of the challenge. We're facing Hashem, we're directing Hashem, and this is the way that we can get answers that are really from Kedusha and from holiness. And the second thing is really opening the channels, as it sounds, is to be able to really be in tune with Hashem's healing, because all healing emanates from Hashem. And this was so liberating from all my years of teaching Torah to women and being in charge of Midreshet Beriut, but ein holistic Torah for women. I've been always have to be very on. I'm the one that's the director. I'm teaching. I have my notes. I have my things. So today I'm coming without notes, just as handout. And that's what I do for my EmunaHealing. And that's what's so liberating, because now it's like, it's not me. I tune myself out. I try. That's not so easy. But that's the point of EmunaHealing, is to be a channel that Hashem will speak through us. And so we are saying, first I'm going to explain it briefly, and then we're going to say together Yeshuat Hashem keheref ayin al hasadot twice. Hashem's salvation is a blink of the eye on the fields, so that's the energy fields. So we all have these energy fields, also called the auras, that anything that is not 100% healing as it should be is it can be first detected in the auras. But we don't have to even know how to see it. When I was 14 years old, I asked my yoga teacher, how do we see auras? And he says, there's so much to see that, before you try to see auras, just like open your eyes to what there is to see. So we don't have to see it because Hashem is doing the work. And we know that Hashem is going to heal the energy fields. And now in Elul, we say that the king is in the field. And that I also always explained, the king is now in the energy field. This is the time of tshuva, and this is the time of healing, because healing is ultimately, that's ultimately tshuva. When we are not healed, and this is another, and none of us are 100% healed, we are on the path of healing, and whatever we're not healed, we have blocks. And these are blocks that actually can cause sickness or any kind of psychological or spiritual imbalance. And they're detected first on the energy fields. And that's why we're asking Hashem to heal our energy fields. The first part is it's actually written in a prayer for after Tikkun HaKlali of Rabbi Nachman. And it says that they're not the last part, just Yeshuat Hashem Ke'ef Ayin. Also, it's known about Rabbi Aryeh Levine, the tzaddik in our time, in the time that he was in, that he used to go and visit prisoners. And the prisoner, he would shake their hands, and then he would say, Yeshuat Hashem Ke'ef Ayin, and they will get better. Because that's also energy healing. Like he will shake their hands. It's the energy that emanates from the hands. And then we say the pasuk in Tehillim, Shiviti Hashem lenegdi tamid. I put Hashem before me always. And here in Hashem, that's where I imagine the letters of Yud Kei Vav Kei. I say it twice, and the second time I changed it a little bit from what my teacher said. Only a God-fearing Jew can imagine those letters, and only when she is tahor from having gone to the mikveh after having her period. My teacher was Sephardic, so more strict than that. So I'm less strict on that. I mean, for myself, I fulfill the requirements, and I usually, when I teach it, I teach my students what they can choose, what they want to do. So, and I imagine first Yud Kei Vav Kei, and then the second time I said, I imagine Haya, Hove, Yihye, was, is, and will be, which are the letters of the Yud Kei Vav Kei. That's why I think the true translation of Yud Kei Vav Kei is the eternal, like was, is, and will be. And then we get to L'Shem Yichud Kudsha Brichu Ushchintei, for the sake of unifying the Holy One with his Shechina. So this is written in many, many Kabbalistic Sidurim, and before doing a mitzvah, Kabbalists would say this, because even there's a story about the Baal Shem Tov, not because of that, but in addition, there is a story about the Baal Shem Tov, that he had a dream and he spoke to the Mashiach, and he asked Mashiach, why are you not coming? Why are you not coming? And Mashiach said two things. The first is a famous one, I will come when your wellsprings are spread wide outwards. And that's the work that we're trying to do here. And especially Tamar with the Nexus School, spreading the wellspring outward. But the second thing is less known. He says, and when people will make yichudim, when people will connect and make unifications. Because since the eating from the tree of knowledge, the world has been split. There's always these gaps between all these opposites and between people, and that's why the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed. So we need to unify the masculine and feminine aspect of Hashem, the aspect of Hashem that's beyond this world, and the aspect of Hashem that is more accessible to us, the Shekhinah, and that's what we say. And then we also say L'Shem Klal Yisrael, And that is because the Jewish congregation as a whole, this means like the Jewish congregation, the congregation of Israel, has such power in the unity of all of us together. We are the Shekhinah when we are all united together, and this is what we're praying for. That's what's going to bring new inspiration, and that's what's going to bring Hashem's voice, B'ezrat Hashem, through us when we do EmunaHealing, when we have the unity within and we unify ourselves with the rest of Israel. We're not just doing what we're doing as an individual. We're part of the bigger picture of all of us. We're all one. And then I say, Hareini mekabelet alai mitzvat aseh shel v'ahavta l'chaecha kemocha. Behold, I take upon myself now the mitzvah of loving my fellow Jew as myself. And number one, so this is really important. This is how EmunaHealing is different from other spiritual healing modalities, that we recognize and we verbalize that what we're doing is a mitzvah. We're doing it for the mitzvah. We're doing it because we're serving Hashem through bringing healing into the world. We don't do it for the money, okay? If we want to do something for the money, the business, other things that will work better. If we do it for the money, it won't work. We do it because it's a mitzvah. And what is the mitzvah? The mitzvah is v'ahavta l'recha kemocha, because the greatest way of loving another person is through bringing them healing and relief and opening up the blockages in their life from attaining the goals that they're looking forward to attain, where they want to go. So that's the greatest way of showing love to them and helping them to be able to be who they really want to be. And then there's three more things that I did not really write here, but it's easy to remember. So I say, I'm asking from Hashem to be an emissary, a shlicha, like a mishulach, to bring Hashem's healing, lavi ripui Hashem. And I'm asking, and whoever it is that I'm healing, if it's an individual, I say that person's name, and if it's in a group, I say kulanu. And that we will all be vessels to receive Hashem's healing. And then the last thing, and I also do a little clearing with my hands. I say, and I ask that the healing, that this treatment should be pure. And I go and I say, naki, 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 and we all do that. And
hi, so I have had the zchut to learn spiritual healing with Rebbetzin Chana Bracha Siegelbaum, and it has just opened absolutely huge gates in my life. It has taught me so much more about Emuna, living Emuna. Also, the beauty of it, I feel, is this type of healing work not only comes from learning with Torah sources and understanding, but also it brings Hashem as a partner into that healing work, which can help not only yourself, right, Mamash, you have to work on yourself, but also other people, and it can help you and others get to your full potential. It can nurture your inner child, heal yourself and others through prayer, right, through connecting to Hashem. And I think that one of the things that I was just most mamish touched by was the prayer for spiritual healing with teshuvah. I won't read it now, but that is what you say before you do spiritual healing with someone, with a lot of other incantations and things like that. And Rebbetzin Chana Bracha, she provides all the sources. The syllabus is excellent. Just on a personal note, so I felt that since the 7th of October, and I've been in Israel for 20 years. I made Aliyah 20 years ago. And since October the 7th, it made me question so much and how to deal with all the things that have been going on since then. And this spiritual healing gave me such chizuk, but it gave me the chizuk that, there's something so much deeper, and we can learn about that, and we can dwell in that. And from that, we can learn to help others heal. So that is just, I am so grateful.